So TAB is really technical assistance at all phases of a project. So it could be the identification of a brownfield, it could be understanding what resources are out there to clean up that potential brownfield, and it could also go all the way through remediation and post-remediation if there are additional questions from any kind of community that is handling a brownfield cleanup. Our team is there throughout the process to offer any kind of information that's needed throughout any of those phases.
You can think of us kind of like the Sherpas along this journey. A lot of the communities we work with are at the bottom of the mountain. They might have a vision for what their community needs, what their community wants, what the brownfield project might look like, but they don't know how to get from point A to B. So that's where we can come in. We know what permits you'll need, what equipment you'll need, your partners, how to get from point A to B, and the best route to take.
I have lived in a lot of brownfield areas in my life. I know that, reaching out to a neutral, trusted resource is incredibly important for getting the process of cleaning those areas up.
Environmental contamination can happen in a lot of different forms. It can be in the soil, it can be in the groundwater, and that's where we can come in and help you understand that.
I also know that it's a community effort and that communities have diverse needs and diverse issues surrounding the cleanup of a potentially contaminated site. And some of those could be economic, they could be social.
Maybe there's been work done in the past. There's some stale reports, they're not sure what they say because they're very technical. That's where we can step in. We can review those reports. We can tell you what your next steps are and potentially how to get funding for your project. We can also advise you on what the scope of the problem is that you're looking at. A lot of times with environmental work, you're not sure if the next step is going to cost you $5,000 or $5 million. So we can advise on that aspect as well.
Another tenet of the services that we provide is brownfield education to the communities that we work with. We have our Brownfield Academy, which is located on our website, and it has how-tos, learning modules, success stories, as well as webinars. We also provide one-on-one technical assistance in the communities we work with. And some of that will revolve around grant writing, opportunity workshops, brownfield basics, breaking brownfield events, brownfield summits, and capital stacking workshops.
We really believe that transforming these sites can make a big difference in the way people feel about where they live, how they feel about their community and where they're from. And we're also very encouraged by the feedback that we get from the communities and showing the impact that our work has.
Making sure that everyone feels that their voice has been heard requires a lot of practice and devotion, and our listening skills are something that can always expand. We know that at the center, and we want to do everything we can to provide the resources that our communities need.
Today we are standing in front of the former Seton Leather Factory building in Newark, New Jersey. This site is a former industrial site. It's very typical of a lot of the brownfields that we see throughout Region 2 and Region 4. And this site has already been assessed as part of an EPA brownfield assessment grant that the city had received. They are ready for the next step. So we were able to work with the city and some area students on a design charrette. We put together some information from previous community engagement activities, and we were able to design potential reuses and what the future of this site might look like. And this is the kind of work that we're really excited to do for the communities that we work with and for.